morning, this is Chris with Ugly.Teacher.Hiking. Today we're going to look at the pack that I've been using for our urban hikes. I know I've gotten some questions about this from family, friends, people who DM'd me or emailed me, asking me what actually is in my pack. So today we're going to look at that. We're going to look at some weights, we're going to go through some of the basics, and we're going to see what we have. If you have questions on anything that's in the pack or what we go through today, please hit me up in the comments. And remember to like and subscribe. Remember, I do this so you don't have to. So let's get started. All right, so we're gonna start off with the chest pouch I have on here. This is Hyperlite Mountain Gear fanny pack. It's a great little thing. I put some modifications on it so I can take the strap off and put it on for if I'm ever have to go day hiking or just need a little pack to carry. I've taken it to stores and you know, like a little man purse, I guess you could say. But it's light, it's super nice. Yeah, it just needed a few modifications. So it also enables you to put it through the chest harness like you saw in the original picture I showed you. So in here I keep my wallet, my phone. There's a nice little pouch here for your phone. And then you keep all your necessities, your car keys, your phone, maybe a snack or two. Basically, I like to keep my wallet in here and make sure everything's taken care of. Now the snaps help keep the little straps on the back, so flippity floppity around. So great little thing. And as you can see here too, I also keep my little thermostat saying here that it's 70 degrees inside of our apartment. So it's nice in here. It went from hot to cold recently. So pretty excited. We love the winter weather here. So I'm gonna start on the outside of my pack and go to the inside. Now, the pack I'm using here is HMG, Hyperlite Mountain Gear, 4400 tall. It's a big pack. It's maybe even a little too big, but I needed, since I am 6'4", before I had to write this down, I'm 6'4" or 193 centimeters. I weigh 264 pounds or 120 kgs. So I'm not a little guy. So I need the extra space, I need the extra comfort, I need the extra width of a bigger backpack. So on here, first thing I'm gonna look at is the chest harness. So first thing I'm gonna take out is my water. As you can see, it's a little setup that I have for a water bottle. Water bottles are the best thing. They're cheap, inexpensive. It just makes life easier. When you get tired of it or it gets old and nasty, throw it away. Like this one I've had for maybe a year now, and it's still usable. Down the road, I might have to get rid of it, but who knows how long I can keep it for. If I can keep it for a long time, I'll keep it. Now, on here, my other strap, you can see a lot of people always ask, oh, do you take a knife? Do you take a knife? I do take a knife. I'm not taking one of those Rambo knives with me, but I do take a little knife to process food, just for doing little things here and there, little carving. It's a buck knife. It does its job. It's a little bigger than a neck knife, but a little smaller than a bushcraft knife. But it does everything I need it to. The only thing it doesn't work well with a ferro rod, but we have other things to solve that. So that's the back part. In the little belt straps, I keep a bottle of hand sanitizer in here, which is something that's a necessity nowadays. And in the other pocket, I keep a wool buff because we're getting into winter time, and a hat, just because I don't like my head getting cold. So we keep those in here and we try to keep them accessible. Also, I usually try to keep some kind of bug repellent in here. This is Precardin, Natrapel. This stuff works great. The only problem is it's only single-use wipes and it has a lot of waste. I try not to waste as little as possible, so we have to keep that in mind. On the top of my pack, got a sleeping mat. It's an 1/8 of an inch sleeping mat. It goes underneath my Nemo Tensor sleeping pad. This keeps you from moving around. This keeps it so it stays in one spot. Also provides a little puncture resistance. The only problem I have with this, it's very narrow. Where you're as big as I am, narrow is not necessarily good, but I'm trying to save some weight wherever I can. I don't know if I mentioned this, but my pack right now, with everything in it, now keep in mind this is my workout pack, I have 37.3 pounds or 16.92 kgs. That's a lot of weight, and it's a lot of unnecessary weight. There's a lot of stuff we cut down on, so we'll take a look at that. So I go to, if I'm wearing this on my back, the right side, I have a 1 liter water bottle. You can never have too much water, especially when I'm walking around town. I try to have extra water just to give you the extra weight, and it helps. It helps with the workout. On the other side, which would be my left side, I have a 700 milliliter bottle of water. Truthfully, I would get rid of probably the 700 milliliter and keep the big bottle and the other one that I have for my chest harness. This one, I use it primarily for weight. Also on my right hand side, the side that I will be on my right, I keep my water filter system. I have a CNOC, however you want to say it, water filter bag. This bag is awesome. You just take off this end, it opens up wide mouth. And then I got my water filter, which is a Sawyer squeeze. These are probably the easiest ones to use, and they seem to have a lot of longevity. So I've had that one for a while. So that's all I would keep on that side. Then on the other side, which is the left side, I would go to my hiking poles. Now I keep my hiking poles in here for one main reason, that it's hard to film and carry hiking poles at the same time. So it doesn't matter which one to use. I like hiking poles, and there's a lot of technical errors I would use them in, but they're a pain. Having a hiking pole is a pain, but sometimes you need it. And also, I don't like the little cups at the end, so I got rid of the cups. So these are just the twist lock ones. And I find that these work better than the carbon fiber ones, because these are aluminum, just for the pure fact that being bigger, if you rest too hard on a carbon fiber one, they snap. Now, here's my pegs or tent stakes for my tent. We'll get into that in a couple minutes when I get inside the pack. But I keep this on the outside just for the size. It's just too big for the inside. Probably could fit it, yeah. Just barely fit it on the inside if I wanted to, but it's easier just to keep them outside. That way I keep everything like that on the outside. Down the front of my pack, the first thing I always like to have that's easy accessible is my toiletry kit. As you can see, I got some Lysol wipes, toilet paper, a pretty big roll, and a deuce of spades, trowel to dig your cat hole. Now, I hear a lot of different people say, oh, don't bring so much toilet paper, don't bring so much toilet paper. Bring what you need. Bring what you need. Don't listen to people on that. Bring what you need. Toiletries are one of the things that you're going to have to use the restroom somewhere along the way. So bring what you need. I try to keep extra sun hat in here in case if something happens to one of mine. And what else? I got another winter hat in here. I put them in there just basically for weight. I would only take one of those winter hats. My rain jacket. My rain jacket is an Outdoor Research rain jacket. So, it's a great little jacket. Really haven't had it in torrential rain. It's light, almost weighs nothing. So it's a real nice rain jacket. Go in here, I have my first aid pouch. I would probably go through this and reorganize and downsize it a little more. I got some repair tape for the tent. I got a ferro rod. I got a lighter in here. I got a Victorinox scissors and knife in here. Advil. I think I even have some allergy medicine. Got some sunblock. Band-aids, stuff for poison ivy. I just have to look at a poison ivy plant and I get poison ivy. There's some moleskin. So anything you think that you need is in this little bag. Keep going. Here's a visor hat. I'm guessing that you can never have too many hats. Well, at least in here, I don't have to worry about losing them. These are for my Ultra Lone Peaks. I have the Ultra Lone Peaks. I think they're the 5s. And these are the gaiters for them. They work well. I don't use them when I'm not out hiking. Like urban hiking, they're not necessary. Here's my arm guards. It cuts down on getting sunburn on your arms, and they also work well if it's not too cold, not too hot, but you just want a little extra warmth. They come in handy. What else I got in here? I got my camping spoon. I plan on doing a video about spoons, just in general. But this is a brand new one from Finesse City. It's a great little spoon. We'll talk about this later, but it's a spoon. It's a long spoon. Longer the better for your mountain house meals or whatever meals you use. And the last thing in this pouch is an insect net. Nothing worse than when you go camping and you have the no-see-ums, can't-see-ums, the little bugs that just want to flap your nose. It's not even the mosquitoes, it's the little bugs that'll just come up, flap your nose, in your ears, and it's just ridiculous. So, always need one of these. I've learned the hard way many a time. All right, we're gonna go inside of the pouch now. So, let's get that done. All right, so let's open up the inside of the pouch, or my bag. Now, these HMG bags are just one big compartment on the inside. That's it. They have Dyneema material. If you don't know what Dyneema is, it used to be the old Cuban fiber, but Dyneema is their own little name for it now. It's supposed to be waterproof, but you can never truly trust how waterproof it is. So always make sure you have some kind of bag to protect your items. A lot of people use contractor bags. A lot of people use waterproof bags. Me, I'll show you in a second. A little hack when you're trying to get into these types of bags, fold it down. Makes life so much easier. So the last time I went out for an urban hike, it was cold out. Orvis makes some really good outdoor clothing. You can find it, get it. First thing we have is my food bag. Have snacks, food, whatever you need in here. Now I have about 3 days worth of food in here. So we'll go through this later. Let's see what else we got in here. Toiletry bag. Now, there's a lot of debate on toiletries. I don't know if I would want anyone to say not to bring stuff. If you're car camping, bring whatever you want. If you're going out for a month or 2 months, I probably wouldn't bring almost any of this. So in here I got a toothbrush that I cut in half. Got to play the ultralight game. Toothpicks, toothpaste. I need toothpaste. I got Doc Bronner's soap, the soap rocks. And you get your deodorant. Now, people complain, oh, you shouldn't bring deodorant when you're hiking, blah, 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 embrace the stink. Well, you embrace it, I'll smell all right. And then Gold Bond powder for those days and some Lysol and some wipes. Half this stuff I wouldn't take, the Bronner's and probably toothpaste is the main things I would take with me. Clothes. Here's my clothes in a dry sack. I try to take as much as possible, but this is about a little too heavy. I'm gonna have to go through this since it is cooling off outside. I'm gonna go through this and get rid of about half the stuff in here. So I have, the tent is a Sea to Summit Alto TR2. It's a semi-freestanding tent. I liked it the best just because it doesn't weigh as much as a freestanding, but it's still semi-freestanding. So it works well for me. This footprint, I don't know. It's heavy. It's heavy. I don't know if I would take it on long hikes, but if I'm going to state park, which I enjoy doing, I'll take this. But if I'm doing a long hike, I probably wouldn't take the footprint. Now, as you can see, the tents come in these great little pouches. One is the tent body and one is the rain fly. Great, it's awesome. So if you're gonna go with someone, you can separate them. Even though this tent is pretty dang small, I don't know if I would do that, but it works out well where you have two separate things. Also, if your rain fly is wet, it's not gonna get wet with the body, so it helps. Let's see what else. Trekology inflatable pillow. I tend to like having a regular pillow. They make plenty of pillows out there that you can take hiking, camping. I think I would take this and maybe one small pillow just to have a real pillow. You get to a certain age and it's like the comforts. All right, cocoon bunny liner, a silk bunny liner. So this goes in your sleeping bag. So this gets nasty, so your sleeping bag doesn't get nasty. It works. I use it sometimes I don't. Battery pack. Way more batteries than I need. If I'm going out for one night, 2 nights, probably wouldn't even take this much. But in this, I got all my wires. I got 2 10,000 milliamp batteries and every kind of wire adapter you can think of. Again, overkill. Keep in mind, everything in here was designed for going camping or working out like we were going to go to a camping trip. Half this stuff I wouldn't take. I think I can get the weight down to half. Here's my Nemo tensor. Which one is it? Regular wide. It's a little short for me, but it's just long enough where it's good. So I don't know if I can get to. And I also have my flex tail inflator in here at the top. Yeah, you could use the inflatable bags or the flex tail vacuums. I find that it's just easier to use the vacuum or the little compressor. At the bottom, I got my sleeping bag and a waterproof bag. The waterproof bag is huge. I probably could have used it for the whole suit backpack. So if we open this up, so we look at that. Probably could have used it, it's a little narrow, but I have enough waterproof bags and they don't add that much weight. In here, I got the Nemo Disco Men's Long. It's a 15-degree sleeping bag, and it's the 15-degree is the limit. Comfort is 25 degrees Fahrenheit or -4 degrees Celsius. Limit is 14 degrees Fahrenheit, -10 degrees Celsius. Extreme, which you're freezing your butt off, is -21 degrees Fahrenheit and -29 degrees Celsius. Truthfully, I don't see me camping in that, but you never know. I like to camp out in some weird weather, so that'd be perfect. So as you can see, that's it. This is a great little pack. Love this pack. So hopefully it'll do me good for a few years to go. Now, I know I said I was going to go through food pack, but I think I might do a separate video on this. Just know that I got a couple days worth of food in here, and this is what I would use camping. I'd probably cut this down to about half the weight here. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope this answered some of your questions. I hope you guys like this. Please like, add comments below, and subscribe. Keep in mind, this is what I use. You may use something totally different. Give me some ideas of what you use and what you think about what I have here. What you think I should get rid of, what should I keep? All right, hope you guys have a great day.